Good morning. Replay and web. I was trying to see if this would focus and it won't. Hi, Michelle. I was trying to get this to focus so that y'all aren't looking at a blank wall. Oh, there it goes. I was just too close. And there's the blank wall. The corner. So exciting. Did it actually beep? Hi, Linda. Hi, Nina. I sent Catherine a note. Good morning. I just watched someone, and I won't say who. It's not a horrible thing. I just thought it was interesting that I watched a woman starting a scope, and like looking down and moving. Hi, Sarah. And I was like, what is she doing? And you could tell she was like super distracted. Good morning. And she was like doing a scope and on another phone sending out the Twitter notices and sharing and stuff on her own scope. I was like, that's too much work. Hi, Roseanne. Hi, Tanya. Too much work for me. Check out the turkeys. But you know what? They're dead turkeys. I thought they'd be live like with the tails, the fan tails. But they're little roasted turkeys. It's not quite what I was imagining. Hi, Tanya. I feel a lot better. I was up a lot last night coughing. But I won't take a cough suppressant because then you're stuck with all that junk in your lungs. I know, that's not what I wanted either. I wanted the real turkeys, not cooked turkeys. That looks ridiculous. That could be a chicken. That could be a turducken. We don't know. Seriously? You've been playing for like all this time and now you gotta be needy? Ew, yuck. Hold on, I got a situation. Alright, I didn't get 5 minutes in here. I know, right? I was like, that's not gonna make the vegetarians happy. Yeah, I wanted like turkey, like real turkeys. Guys, we're surrounded by turkeys where we live. We have turkeys for days. Like you can't take a walk without seeing either evidence of turkeys or the actual turkeys. And they're pretty brazen too. They just kind of stare at you. I know. Not cool, Periscope. Not cool. We want real turkeys. Like living. We want living cartoon turkeys. We want our cartoon turkeys to be alive. To look alive. Okay. Lots of coughing last night, but you know, I took a hit off the baby's steroid. Thanks for the dead turkeys, guys. I appreciate it. I love all the color blends of the dead turkeys. Happy Thanksgiving. So, delicious. I'm definitely suffering the after effects of a Waffle House dinner. I feel kind of sluggish, like extra sluggish. Not just because I was up a lot coughing, but because I ate at the Waffle House. It's the worst food ever. They have the best shiny food. It's so good. The hash browns are so good. It's terrible. Terribly delicious. I was carbohydrate drunk. Carb drunk. So today is our, hi Rhonda, is our Dow day, I better get to talking while these kids are entertaining themselves. I spent the night down here because the week's all messed up. Good morning. So we'll start with this one. And then we'll go on to the other translation, which... Oh, when you were drunk? Yeah. Yeah. To do it authentically, we should have been drunk. And we should have gone at like 1 in the morning. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, I feel better. I coughed a lot last night and, you know, get through it a step at a time. That's the best food ever when you're drunk. Yeah, 2 in the morning and... Oh, those were the days, right? Now, to get drunk... Like, now I'm carb drunk because I just ate so much yucky food. Like hungover, carb hungover. Yeah, I can always go back. Good point, Linda. I could get drunk tonight and go, I've never had that chocolate pie. Right. Let's go classic. Get drunk tonight and go to the Waffle House. So, are the working people off today? Oh, I can't drink like that either. I can't drink like that. No. No. I mean, I had a hangover from the food. Imagine if I'd put like a 6-pack of hard apple cider with that. Although that does sound delicious. Yeah, many moons ago. So, I know. It makes me tired just thinking about it. Off to work later. All right, well, let's get going. The Tao Te Ching, Stephen Mitchell. Are you off Thursday and Friday, Nina? Can you coax your mind from its wandering and keep to the original oneness? Can you let your body become supple as a newborn child's? Can you cleanse your inner vision until you see nothing but the light? Can you love people and lead them without imposing your will? Can you deal with the most vital matters by letting events take their course? That's important, letting events take their course. Can you step back from your own mind and thus understand all things? Giving birth and nourishing, having without possessing, acting with no expectations, leading and not trying to control. This is the supreme virtue. Now, I think the other book does a better job, because I just glanced at this, and even the first few lines made more sense to me. So in this version, I don't think things are worse than they've ever been. Like, I'm seeing that on Facebook. It's the end times. Things are as bad as they've ever been. They're worse than they've ever been in the history of man. And I don't think that's true. I think for us in our country, things are not as bad as they've ever been. There's no, yeah, I think that's catastrophizing and dramatizing, and yeah, we're doing a lot. Yeah, we're fine. We need to just settle down. I did my daily check-in. I let myself look at Facebook news once a day, maybe twice. I gotta say that the dead turkey things are kind of distracting. I know, I was thinking that too. Like, people in the 50s said that. People in the 60s said that. There were the riots in LA in 2013. People said that. I'm like, if you're still waking up and having coffee today, it's certainly not the end times. Settle down. Okay, this one. Nope, no crying. There's no crying and scoping. Who's crying? Okay, so Avery's going through a sensitive spell that if you say, Avery, just like, Avery, here's an apple, she starts crying. People in prehistoric times said that. They were like, what is it with the dinosaurs? Always with the dinosaurs, dropping dead. They're on the lawn. I don't know what to do. Settle down. It doesn't surprise me that we use the same line. Always with the fucking dinosaurs. I know. Okay, this translation. Ursula Lewin. I like this one. Techniques. Can you keep your soul in its body and hold fast to the one, and so learn to be whole? Can you center your energy, be soft, tender, and so learn to be a baby? Can you keep the deep water still and clear so it reflects without blurring? Can you love people and run things and do so by not doing? Opening, closing the gate of heaven, can you be like a bird with her nestlings? Piercing bright through the cosmos, can you know by not knowing? I think you can. I do too. I do too. Try not to puke. I think that I like this one a lot because it's a little more clear. Can you keep the deep water still and clear so it reflects without blurring? I like that because if we're still and clear, what we see reflected to us from the world is also going to have greater clarity and greater Just clarity, I guess. And I thought so too, like really beautiful imagery. Can you be like a bird with her nestlings? Yeah. I really like the first line, which is all I read this morning. I really like it a lot. It's, can you keep your soul in its body? Hold fast to the one, and soul learn to be whole. This year, with the introduction of Koya dancing, which for anyone on here who doesn't know what that is, follow at Thrive with Sarah. And you can also Google it, Qoya. So this year has really become clear to me that without that I have lived a disembodied life. Doesn't really matter why. I've spent a long time living outside of my body. And so, yeah. And I was an athlete earlier in life. And when I was a mountain biker I mountain biked for years. And mountain biking, what I loved about it is it keeps you in your body because you have to be so focused or you're going to break a bone or you're going to donate a lot of blood to the mountain. So you've got to be so focused. When I quit mountain biking, mostly because I moved, I gained weight, first of all, which pushes me out of my body because I'm not comfortable. Oh, that's cool. And then I really lost that experience of being totally in my body and totally focused, and I really miss that. Koya dancing gives me that same kind of focus, and it's incredible. So keeping your soul in its body, that's what we talk about all the time, is being here, being now. Keeping your soul connected to its vehicle. Yeah, Koya is so yummy. Centered energy, soft and tender like a baby. These guys are in their body. I think Ashlyn was out for a while, but with the oil treatments and Reiki and stuff, she's totally back. I mean, she's back to the baby she used to be. But I think physical therapy threw her out of line. But she's in her body now. She's totally connected. So let's see what Byron Katie has on that topic. Chapter 10. And then I have a piece marked. Oh, did I lose it? Oh my goodness. Oh no, I have it. I have something else I wanted to talk to you about her book. It's in chapter 22 and I don't want to wait that long. But hers for today, chapter 10, in this book right here. Can you coax your mind from its wandering and keep to the original oneness? When you don't believe your thoughts, what is what you are. There's no separation in it. You're everything. Only the unquestioned mind would believe that you're an I inside a body. You're one. What is the original oneness? Chair, hand, cup, window, sky. Before chair, hand, cup, window, sky. You don't need to return to it. You never left. How could you leave it? Where else is there to go? The center of the universe is wherever you are, and it's everywhere. It's the origin and the end point, the beauty of darkness, the exaltation of nothing. Yeah, me too. And only the center is real. When you understand that, you realize that even oneness is unnecessary. So we're thinking in terms of oneness. And I think the next deeper layer is wholeness without a word. That's a feeling. That's not something you can put a word to. The more I use this stuff, the more I can see that at some point language is really unnecessary, except for communicating ideas and enjoying conversation. I mean, obviously, I'll never stop talking because my head would explode. But it becomes like so indefinable the deeper you go into it. And the more I come back into my body with conscious intent, like I've been in and out of my body, but I'm consciously recognizing that now, and that place beyond language is so much more accessible when I'm completely in my body. Yeah, just being, just that wordless state. Martha Beck refers to it as wordlessness. She has 4 steps that you go through. But wordlessness is the first one. The first thing you do is you drop labeling. You drop into that internal state. No, I haven't. That alphabet versus the goddess. Let me jot that down. Let me jot it down on a non-existent piece of paper. I'll come back and get it. I love this line here. It's like falling in love with yourself. Oh, let me stop. Sarah, you made reference months ago to that Robert Scheinfeld book, Busting Loose. And I've been working with that process a lot. And that is an amazing process. I read it, but I never really worked it. And working it is making a huge difference. I'll talk about that on a different scope. It's like falling in love with yourself. There's nothing to do, no one to be, no responsibility, no meaning, no suffering, no death. I really like that. When I was training to be a therapist, we got taught a lot the phrase, no credit, no blame. Meaning I don't take credit, I offer. I don't take credit for anyone's success with what I offer. I also don't blame myself if what I offer is not useful. Because all I can do is offer. If people benefit from it, that's amazing. But I don't take the credit for that. I said I didn't do it. I did my part, which was to offer it. And then you did your part. No credit, no blame. Excuse me, that's so gross. I just offer. Even as a therapist, I just offered. And if the person I was offering my stuff to benefited from it, I don't take credit for that. I don't think, oh, I'm a great therapist, or oh, I'm an awesome coach. Look what that person did. Oh, okay, I really want to read that. But then I also don't blame myself if I have a client that comes to me and doesn't benefit. I tell my clients, if you don't see results in 3 sessions, you need to go somewhere else. And I'll help you find somebody else. But so no credit, no blame. Same with kids. I don't take credit for Morgan's success. I also don't blame myself. I'd love to. My goodness. You know who makes that sound? Her mother. Her Sarah mother. It's like falling in love with yourself. There's nothing to do. No one to be. No responsibility. Oh, they're having fun, all right. I'm going deaf, but they're having fun. Nothing to do. No one to be. No responsibility. No meaning. No suffering. No death. You no longer believe yourself into a separate, distant polarity where you're identified. Okay, I love you too. Tell her hi for me. You don't identify as separate anymore. You don't make grandiose efforts to prove that something is true. Realizing that you've never left the original oneness means that you were never born. If you were never born, then therefore you can never die. So you can let go of that fear of death thing. What suppleness this realization allows. So flexibility. When we realize this, we're super flexible. Because we quit fighting against what's happening. And we quit struggling to be right. We don't entertain the concept that we're right. Because we know that we never know that. I never know what's right for anyone other than myself. And I'm only taking my best guess with myself. Because I don't know what's right for me either. I only know what's right in every moment, what I feel like I need to say or do or read or a place to be or whatever. But it's only right for that moment. The next day it might be wrong. I don't know. Realizing you've never left the original oneness means you were never born and you can never die. You're immune to anything the mind would superimpose onto reality. Any disappointment or sorrow. If I lose all my money, good. If I get cancer, good. If my husband leaves me, good. If my husband stays, that's good too. Who wouldn't always say yes to reality if that's what you're in love with? If you're in love with the truth, then it hurts too much to say no to it. It hurts too much to reject it. Love coming out of us is our natural state of being. When we hurt when we withhold our love. What can happen that I wouldn't welcome with all my heart? Roseanne, did you just say sheesh? That's funny. That's a big one. It just registered right as it faded. I was like, oh, that's funny. I don't know what's best for me or you or the world. I don't know what's best. And I'm going to say this. I don't know that it's best that we stop terrorism. I don't know that it's best that we bomb people. And I don't know that it's best that we not bomb people. I really don't know. I don't try to impose my will on you or anyone else. I don't want to change you or improve you or convert you or help you or heal you. I just welcome things as they come and go. That's true love. That is a breath of fresh air kind of love. That is like freedom love. We don't know and we do know. Yeah. We know that we don't know. The best way of leading people is to let them find their own way. No crying. Did you take your sister's Play-Doh? Babies, don't fight over Play-Doh. Here, guess what? There's another can. Play-Doh. Rub it into the carpet real good so your moms can find it later. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got, Morgan has some good product. I got these from my dad. I thank my dad for my curls. The best way of leading people is to let them find their own way. Now what? Are you just sensitive? I'm just sensitive. Here. Guess what? There's another jar. Do you want it? Come over here and get it so Ashley can't snatch it away from you. Here, come here. Let me get it. No, that's not good enough. She's just sensitive lately. She's just like nothing, you know. She's just sensitive about everything. Baby. Here, baby. If you look at her cross-eyed, she starts crying. That's children too. Anytime you can let children figure out their own way, they're going to be a lot better off. Because then they learn how to make decisions and experience consequences on a low level. So they learn the joy of cause and effect while you're still there to help them pick up the pieces. And then you can teach them how to pick up the pieces. Total brokenheartedness lately from this one. One day, a few years after I first found the work inside me, my sons began to fight in our living room. I was sitting on the couch. They were two grown men in their 20s, and they were on the floor wrestling and pummeling each other, each of them yelling, "Mom, Mom, make him stop." I'm not scraping no Play-Doh. That's the moms get to do that. All I saw were two men trying to connect and not knowing any other way. I just sat there watching them, just loving them. Oh, yeah. Oh, good idea. Yeah, we'll get spoons and we'll scrape Play-Doh together. Good point. In that moment, I didn't have the slightest thought of intervening. There was no doing and no trickery to it. And suddenly they noticed that I wasn't intervening, and they stopped fighting. I loved that they found their own solution, and that was the last time they ever fought. I'm thinking of applying this to my cats, who are still fighting a lot with each other, and I think I need to just work on letting them fight. They're not hurting each other. They're not bloodying each other up. They just make a lot of noise, and frankly, it kind of scares me. But I like that her sons are beating the crap out of each other right in front of her, and she's like, that's not my business. That's your business. You're the ones doing the fighting. You figure it out. And it wasn't like you're so dumb, I'm going to sit here and let you learn a lesson. It was, they'll figure it out. Yeah. She had faith in that because she was already connected to herself, and she wasn't labeling it as a bad thing. She knew they weren't killing each other. And once they figured out, well, yeah, you got to draw a line somewhere. Once they figured out she wasn't going to stop it, then they stopped it themselves. On a larger scale, I have to wonder how often oh God. Yeah, I only had one daughter. And so, you don't, controlling nature. Until now, you're letting go of that. Yeah, you are. You're totally letting go of that. So, let me read you this thing that I flipped open to this morning. Sure. Because here's the thing. Oh, the no credit, no blame thing. If I take credit for your success, then if you're not successful, then I have to carry that burden. So it's the same thing if you're controlling. If you are controlling, then people put that responsibility on you. When they're all teenagers, I don't know, Tanya. You're setting a different example. Maybe they won't fight. With all the work that you're doing, that's going to be reflected among your children. And they may have typical teenage fights, but it might be completely different. Yeah, if you're controlling, you take all the burden on yourself. The raging Play-Doh incident of 2015. I know. We get to see it on Periscope. You can hear it. Right. I don't want that kind of pressure. But then your kids were giving fake massages, so that's pretty cute too. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, the joys. These two twins are my first experience with little kids outside of a daycare, like little siblings. I don't know. They fight a lot already. And I was like, they're already fighting. They're only 18 months old. They were actually fighting at 14 months old. Okay, listen to this. When you truly love yourself, very passionate. I used to tell my daughter, if I can let you live to adulthood, you're going to be an amazing human being because you have so much passion and fire. But I got to find a way to let you live to get there. When you truly love yourself, it's not possible to project that other people don't love you. Listen to that. When you truly love yourself, it's not possible to project that other people don't love you. I like to say, when I walk into a room, I know that everyone in it loves me. I just don't expect them to realize it yet. If you say that you love your husband, what does that have to do with him? You're telling him who you are. Yeah. You tell the story of how he's handsome and fascinating and sexy, and you love your story about him. You're projecting that he's your story. And then, when he doesn't give you what you want, you tell a different story of how he's mean, he's controlling, he's selfish. And what does that have to do with him? If my husband says, I adore you, I think, good, I love that he thinks I'm his sweet dream. If he were ever to come to me and say, da da da, the sorriest day of my life was when I married you, still, what would that have to do with me? He's just in a sad dream this time. And I might think, oh, poor baby, he's having a nightmare and I hope he wakes up soon. It's not personal. How can it have anything to do with me? Yes, Sarah, that book is still a difficult read. I think it's, it's not easy, but that process is working well. It's not personal. How can it have anything to do with me? I love him, and if what he says about me isn't true in my experience, I'll ask him if there's anything I can do for him. That was loud. Ultimate key to happiness, okay. So here's the key. Here's the part that I marked way back in 2009. Oh, sorry. I think, yeah, 2009? Maybe 2008. I can't remember. But I put this little tabby right here all those years ago. And it says, no one will ever understand you. No one will ever understand you. And realizing this is freedom. No one will ever understand you, not once, not ever. Even at our most understanding, we can only understand our story about who you are. Oi! There's no understanding here except your own. I only understand my story about who you are. And unfortunately, being human, my story can change by the day. If you don't love another person, it hurts because love is your very self. Don Miguel Ruiz's book, Mastery of Love, is an excellent book for understanding that no one's ever going to give you what you're looking for, ever, ever, ever. And ultimately, you do want it that way. Which sounds crazy on the surface, but it's not. When you come to love yourself, you automatically love the other person, because how could it be any other way? Just as you can't make yourself love us, it's an excellent book. You can't make yourself not love us. It's all your projection. There's chaos going on behind me. I'm actually afraid to look. What's the matter, sensitive girl? Come here. What's the matter, sensitive girl? Oh, you want to see some dead turkeys? Is it you that... do a quick viper check? Here, stand up so they can see you, baby. So happy now. Oh, good. I'm always worried that it's louder on the other end for you guys. Like, behind me is pretty loud, and I'm always like, oh my God, it must be just like blowing their ears off. This is Avery. Hi. Say hi. Say hi. Look. Do you know that they're telling stories about... Are you telling them what's up, Avery? So I'm a sensitive girl lately. Oh, right. You can turn it down. Yeah. I can't turn them down. Not till about 11 o'clock when they take a nap. So just sensitive lately. Just a sensitive girl. So their imaginations are already running. As you could see on the video yesterday of Ashlyn talking. Yeah, look, honey, dead turkeys. Dead things. Dead. At 18 months old, they're already storytelling in their heads. Already. They already have preferences. It's the weirdest thing. Avery looks just like Sarah, and she is much more bonded to Sarah. And Sarah's the one that gave physical birth to them. Ashlyn looks so much like my daughter. It's very weird. And Ashlyn is tightly bonded with my daughter, and she's not the one who gave biological birth to them. So genetically, they're not hers at all, like biologically tissue-based. But the one that looks like Sarah is bonded to her, and the one that looks like Morgan is bonded to her. So it's kind of like Sarah took a hit for the team, and they each got a baby out of it. It's totally awesome. Oh my gosh, you turned your tabby off. Are you writing in my book? Oh, I didn't want you to do that. Thank you. I didn't want you to write in my book. It is incredible. Because my daughter's not sure that she wants to have children. And in a way, she already got one. Yeah, we put stories in our kids' head all the time, right? Maybe. Through us. Yeah, she came through us to meet, came through Sarah to meet Morgan. Roseanne Morgan hasn't decided yet if she's going to have one of her own, one of her biological own. It's hard to find the right words for that. We need new words when we're talking about two women parents or two men. Sarah's 32 and my daughter's only 27. So Sarah went first, yes, because she was worried her time was running out, which is ridiculous. But she went first. She also really had the bad baby craving. Yeah, and Morgan doesn't have a baby craving right now. And they have, I mean, who wants to add another one to this mix right now? We've got double the joy already. Oh, creepy. Oh, you just wrote on me. I don't want you to do that either. Here, let's click this thing. There, now I can have it. So, yeah. Well, I told you guys before that I just told Morgan I knew I was screwing her up and I'd help her pay for therapy later. That's all I could do. Like, you have a therapy fund when you're ready to use it. Let me know. So loud. Excuse me. Yeah, you back there in the cheap seats. Keep it down. Who wants to add another one to this mix? We'll go 2 right now. So they're going to get double Thanksgiving. They'll have Thanksgiving with the local grandparents on Thursday. Then they'll come up to our house and have a second Thanksgiving. And we'll take family pictures out in the woods because they need some updated family pictures. Sounds like she's building a house back there. Her and Jimmy Carter are always with the hammering. Oh my gosh, you're so not screwing up your kids. Now, if that sentence said I had to stop beating myself up for beating my kids, then you might have something to be concerned about. I mean, hey baby. Hey baby, what's up? Yeah. Okay, can I put you down now? You're kind of hot and wiggly, and you keep squeezing my stuff here. That kind of hurts. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. Yeah, because you're probably exhausted by then, right? You're like, I can't keep beating myself up like this. I don't have any energy left. I smell a problem. So, I'm going to go. That was kind of a deep one today anyway. But, I'm really enjoying this new, this revisiting this wordless place in a different way. Oh my gosh. That's a cup. Don't clunk your sister in the head with it. Okay, whoops. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you, and I'll be around tomorrow too, because we're not really doing our Thanksgiving till next week. So, oh my God, tears and crying. Love you guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Tomorrow's not even Thanksgiving. My days are so messed up. You're welcome. Bye. Oh, darn it. Was the alphabet and the goddess? I can Google it. I'll Google it. I want to get that. Thank you. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day at work. Bye, bye, bye. Hey, don't put your eye out.